Hey everyone, welcome to Bug Smashers, and I got a joke for you. So what did the bug say to the code? It didn't, it died. Let's get started. Bug Smashers! Hey everyone, we're here in a Fancy Dancy Dying Star, and we're looking at a fun little multiplayer bug where I have a client on the left and a client on the right. Now on the left guy, where I'm looking at dictates where I'm shooting, but as you can see on the right, my projectiles are always in the front. So the client sees one thing and the other clients see another thing. And what is happening here? Oh, shenanigans with multiplayer. So, as you can see, nothing's getting synced. And it's a little bit of a problem. So all of our weapons, they all zero in on basically where this origin is on the reticule. Unless it's fixed, then it goes to the other guy. However, none of them are actually aiming towards it on the remote clients. And well, they can't because they don't know where the player is looking. However, we have in the, where is my code? Here's my code. We have something called a weapon controller. And instead of sending network locations for every single one of those guns, because we could have 10 to, who knows, maybe 50 in the future. But so instead of sending networks to each little guys, we just send where the player's looking, and then that will make all the guns look at that location. Only problem is, it wasn't sending the information. So in our weapon controller, we have a function right here, which the visor code, or where you're looking at, tells the weapon controller, hey, look at here, because this is what the player is looking at, the local player. And this will call update weapons, and this will basically go through all the weapons. Cool. Only problem is, it's not sending the information to the clients. Now, the good news is, we have a client aspect, which means we have a client aspect means we have some information for the network that's going to be sent out by a client owner. The server dictates who that client is, and if that client gets the delegation, he'll send his information to everyone. If the client doesn't get the delegation, then it'll be server controlled. So it is client controlled, and we have, where is it? Let's check delegation. We should have delegation. Yep, we have delegation. And if we go into our weapon controller, it is requesting delegation. So the guy who uses this thing will get delegation by the server. However, it's not. So if we go down here, anytime we change our information, we're going to have to update our network aspect. This is saying, hey, yes, we have some new information to send to everyone because, well, we're dirty. So this will mark the aspect dirty, and it will flush all the information to the other clients. Now, if I were to compile and test this, it would actually be broken because there was another issue with this other thing that we have called the network controller. This is a brand new thing that we're bringing to our components, our items. Basically, this is going to be a future thing where it takes control of all of our aspects. You just say, hey, I have some float or I have some int. Worry about the syncing for me. Don't worry about setting up aspects or anything crazy. This will do it. And it's kind of our replacement for some later things when we get rid of aspects. But for now, the only thing you have to worry about is, since the item can only be controlled by one client at the moment because it's limitation of aspects, which in the future we want to get rid of. If someone else has requested it, that means this client will never ever update. And unfortunately, the energy pipes are using that network controller to request authority. The only problem is this function gets called on multiple clients. So if you're the lucky client over here who gets the information before me, you'll actually get the authority over the weapon controller, which we don't want right now. So that goes goodbye. In the future, you'll be able to have more than one, but for now, we have to stick with our current networking scheme. So we get rid of that and make sure this is changed. So now, all right, so now we have recoded. Unfortunately, we have to kind of reset the state because it gave the delegation to another client. So we're going to hop out of our seat and then hop back in. This will call, basically reset all the states of the items. So when the player actually sits down, he'll get the authority. Bam. Let me hold down my magic Alt key. So now if I fire on the bottom, you see it on the bottom. If I fire on the top, you see it on the top. Fire on the right, you see it on the right. Woo-wee. Everything has network synced. Oh my gosh. Hope you guys like that little tidbit. Whee! Let's blow them up. Die. And that's how you win. All right, everyone, as you saw here, we had a little fun networking issue. We have a thing called delegation with our networking, which allows a client to take control of an item and say, hey, server, here's some information, or maybe he sends information to other clients. Cool. Only problem is you can only have one of those per item, and it's just not scalable. And we're working on stuff to allow you to have more delegations, so maybe we have a power plant and some guy's able to fiddle with these settings while another guy's able to turn it on or change some other stuff. But right now, only one client could take control of it. And because of that, we were using the new scheme on the old system and it just got wonky, so we had to make sure that only one guy is able to take control. Then we had to make sure, the final thing is that if we do have a change, we flush the network and tell everyone about it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time.